So ADA has continued to move to the upside, and here you can see that we ended up reaching past this key level of support and resistance, and we ended up topping off at this level. And so here you can see that this level sits at 77.74 cents. And I mentioned in my previous video how I was tracking a 5-wave move to the upside, and we were currently within this third wave, which is also made up of 5 waves, where I was tracking this third wave. And here you can see that we ended up reaching this level to complete that third wave, and we then saw that retracement to the downside, where I was tracking a WXY structure, and I was looking at for ADA to tap into this region sitting between 68.21 cents to 69.39 cents. And here you can see that we ended up tapping into that region, and then we ended up seeing that bounce to the upside, where it looks like we are now within this 5th wave, where we could potentially even breach past this level at 77.74 cents and continue to see that move to the upside. And so, yeah, it looks like this WXY structure formed the wave 4. And we now have this 5-wave move playing out to complete this 5th wave. And in turn, that will then complete this 3rd wave. And shortly after, I will be looking out for that retracement to the downside, where we could potentially even retest the 200 DMA, find support at that level, and then see that continuation to the upside, where we could see even high highs to complete this 5th wave. And if I go on the 5-minute chart, and what you can see is there's currently a 5-wave move that's playing out right now, where here we had a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which then completed the wave 1. And then we had this WXY structure that completed the wave 2. And now we are currently within this 3rd wave to the upside. And then we'll see that wave 4 and 5. That will then complete this 5th wave, which in turn will then complete the 3rd wave. So if I draw that in, essentially this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that then completed the wave 1. And then we had this WXY structure that completed the wave 2. And we are now within this 3rd wave to the upside, and then we'll see that retracement to the downside to complete the 4th wave, followed by a final push to the upside, which would then complete this 5th wave here, which would also complete this 3rd wave. And so if I set out the 3rd wave target, which would be a 1.618 retracement of the wave 1. So if I adjust this slightly and bring in the fib tool, and the 2nd wave ended up reaching 72.67 cents. And let me just make sure this is in the right place. And so that 3rd wave would reach 84.6 cents. And so here you can also see that we could potentially break past this level also at 82.93 cents. And so if I quickly go in the hourly chart, so this level is also another key level of support and resistance, where here, for example, we ended up getting rejected, which then led to this move to the downside. Here we also got rejected, which led to this move to the downside. And so if we can manage to break out, then it's possible that we then see that retracement to then complete this wave 4. And then we see that final push to the upside to then complete the 5th wave, where we could also even breach past this level once again. And again, that would then complete this 3rd wave. And here you can see that the 3rd wave will actually have the potential to also get rejected at this level, which would then lead to this move to the downside to then complete the 4th wave. And then we see another retest towards this level, where we could see that breakout to the upside and get rejected at this level at 86.43 cents, which is another key level of resistance and support, where here we ended up getting rejected, which then led to this move to the downside. And so things are playing out nicely as things stand at the moment. So yeah, the next key target for ADA would be this level at 84.6 cents. And as far as the hourly chart goes, you can see that we are within the overbought conditions. And so there is potential for us to see that retracement to the downside at some point. And if I quickly go on the 4-hour chart, what you can see is the bulls still currently have the momentum. And so I am still looking out for a continuation to the upside, where we then potentially retest this key level here. And as far as the daily chart goes, we are within overbought conditions, so we do have to be careful. And here you can see that if we continue to see that move to the upside, then that 50 EMA will end up crossing the 200 DMA, which is also known as a golden cross. And previously, whenever that has happened, we have seen a continuation to the upside. And so even if we do see that retracement to the downside for the 4th wave, again, I am still looking at for a move to the upside. Here we ended up seeing that golden cross event take place. And this event took place on the 13th of November, and we ended up seeing that continuation to the upside, where we ended up peaking at this level, which took place on the 3rd of December. And so, yeah, this will be a bullish signal if we do see that golden cross event take place. And again, I will be looking at for a further push to the upside. And if I go back to the hourly chart, so this 5-wave structure would then complete the wave 1. And then I will be looking at for that retracement to the downside to then complete wave 2. And then we see that wave 3, 4, and 5 also play out. And so it will be interesting to see if ADA can actually break past the $1 region. But first, what we need to do is actually retest this level at around 86 cents. And if we do so, that would be another bullish signal, even if we get rejected and we see that move to the downside, because all that will do really is give people the opportunity to buy in at a low price. So yeah, that's just my update on Cardano ADA. Hopefully you found it useful, and if you did, then feel free to hit that like button. Take it easy, people. Peace.